Hi, Bill Kirchen here, and I want to thank you all for supporting HOME, which is housing opportunities for musicians and entertainers here in Austin, a wonderful charity. And here in the Kirchen kitchen, we're starting to, there it goes, starting to fry some chicken for chicken and waffles. And of course for Louise, who's a vegetarian, tofu and waffles. But starting to go, it's starting to talk. I better, let me just go turn it down, take it off the stove for a second, and we'll get back to the song. There we go. Now, speaking of chicken, this song is called Talkin Bout Chicken. It was written by myself and Louise and Sarah Brown, who is on the board of HOME charity. My old friend from Ann Arbor. Anyway, she came to visit us when we were living in Maryland to write songs, and we wrote about 3 songs that day. We wrote Get a Little Goner, I think, and Time Will Tell the Story, and I believe Arkansas Diamond. And we had a big, it was getting late. We were going to go to bed. We had a big stack of yellow legal pads in the corner with the songs. And Louise, although as I mentioned, she's a vegetarian, she had bought a chicken for us, and we were eating, Sarah and I were eating away at the chicken. And our dog Rufus was in the room getting a lot of love and some scraps. So Sarah's scratching Rufus and goes, "Rufus, this is your lucky day." And I went, "Yeah, it sure is. He doesn't usually get chicken." And Sarah says, "Well, I was talking about the love." And I said, "Well, I was talking about the chicken." So boom, we wrote, "Are you talking about love or are you talking about chicken?" In about the next, I don't know, 20 minutes. And then we went off to bed kind of laughing about the whole thing. Woke up the next morning, you sort of look at these songs through latticed fingers. You go, do we have a real song here? I think we do. So I wrote a bridge the next day, and you be the judge, but I think it's a song. So I'd like to do it for you now, Talking About Chicken. I will warn you, though, there's poultry consumption in the song. So if you're a vegetarian or a vegan and that bothers you in some way, then it's okay, move on. I'm sure there's other things here for you. Here we go, Talking About Chicken. Well, I was peeping in the kitchen for some evening fare. I never been so hungry, but the cupboard was bare. My baby said tonight is gonna be slim pickings. I said, "Are you talking about love or are you talking about chicken?" Now the kids were out for the evening. They hadn't come back. We snuck downstairs for a midnight snack. I said, "Gal, the shore is greasy, but it's mighty finger-lickin." She said, "Now is that about love or is that about chicken?" So now chicken, it ain't nothing but a bird. Some people say love is a 4-letter word, but if the bird is a word, you're gonna be alright with just a little taste of one or the other tonight. Well, I just taken a little midday snooze, and I just finished perusing the Sunday news. She said, "Come here, stir the gravy till it starts to thicken." Now, was she talking about love or was she talking about chicken? I said, "Chicken, it ain't nothing but a bird. Some people say love is a 4-letter word, but if the bird is a word, you're gonna be alright with just a little taste of one or the other tonight." Well, now, chicken, it ain't nothing but a bird. Some people say love is just a 4-letter word, but if the bird is a word, you'll be alright with just a little taste of one or the other tonight. A chicken, it ain't nothing but a bird. Some people say love is just a 4-letter word, but if the bird is a word, you're gonna be alright. A little taste of one or the other tonight. a little taste of one or the other tonight. There you go. Thank you. HOME.